Hello there, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here tonight for a look back at a classic rock album. And I might be awake for the whole thing. So this show is a show in which I take an album that's about 15 years or more older. That's either a 2, a 1, or a masterpiece album. And the album I've chosen to do today is this one here. Get up close so you can see it. This is Greenslade's debut album. Yeah, released February 1973. Recorded at Morgan Studios in London. It's about 40 minutes or so in length. It's on the Warner Brothers label in UK and produced by Tony Reeves, David Greenslade, and Stuart Taylor. So appearing on the album as Greenslade, as the band that is, we have basically 4 guys. You've got Dave Lawson on keyboards and vocals. You have David Greenslade on keyboards and co-production. You have Tony Reeves on bass, guitar, double bass, and co-production. So the 2 of them basically put it together. And Andrew McCulloch on drums and percussion. So a pretty solid album. I'm not going to break it down specifically. I think you should listen to it in order to really hear the details on this particular album. I didn't think much of these guys when I first heard them. Initially, they didn't beat. They were in a battle of bands and they didn't get out of the first round. But I've really warmed up to them since then. A couple of my favorite tracks on this album: "Feathered Friends," which is the opening track. Got a kind of an up-tempo, bouncy feel to this particular track. An English Western, kind of a little bit of that, but more melodic, I think. My 2 favorite songs on this are "What Are You Doing to Me?" This one is just got all of that stuff going on that you like prog music to have. It's changing. It's constantly in flow. It has a lot of strong elements of prog to it. "Drowning Man" is another song I like quite a bit as well. And the whole album is pretty solid. I mean, you've got 2 so first thing, you've got 2 keyboardists on this album, both playing different keyboard parts. So you've got a little bit of synthesizer, but I wouldn't call this a synthesizer band at all. They're definitely not a neo-prog or a symphonic prog band. They're definitely just a straight-on prog band. The thing I like most about them is they have a lot of catchy rhythms, a lot of catchy beats. The bass is very strong, maybe the most powerful instrument on the album as a whole. Great rhythm section. Like I said, very catchy beats, very up-tempo music for the most part. Does have some intertwining keyboard parts, especially with the piano and the keyboard. So you've got 2 different guys playing here. There's no guitar on this album, so it's kind of very different that way. It doesn't have that rippy, bitey type of guitar sound that would make it like a hard rock album. Drumming is also very good on this album. I think the thing that stands out the most for me is probably the intricate keyboard parts that they play together. The other thing about it is they use these keyboards along with the rhythm section to create these great riffing beats and melodies throughout the album. The vocalist is different. His voice is higher pitched at times, but mostly in the mid-range sound, which is kind of whiny. It's a whiny kind of almost nasally whiny type of voice, but I think it suits this music quite well. I do like his vocals quite a bit, but it's very much like what I just said. And the good thing about them is they have a lot of vocals on here. Sometimes you get bands like this and it's a lot of instrumentation and not as much vocals, but there's no shortage of that. Of course, the album cover is great, as all of their album covers are, all done by Roger Dean, of course. This band, of course, early 70s, so it was during that time period when prog was big. I'm not sure why they didn't make it huge. I don't know enough about them to tell you why, but I'm growing to learn more about them as we go along. To me, it seems like the natural that they would be that. So I have all 4 of their original albums here on a 2 CD set. So there's 2 CDs in each set. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to open it the wrong way. So you've got this CD and then the second album. And it's the same with both the third and fourth album, the same type of a setup. And very greenish, yellowish color, which always intrigues me. I love that's a good combination for me. I'm wearing it now too. So, yeah, excellent band with a lot of that keyboard stuff. I originally thought I wouldn't like it because twin keyboards like that and no guitar. I'm thinking, okay, another Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which never really went together with me, but their keyboard instrumentation is very different from Keith Emerson, who tends to use a lot of distortion, synthesizers, keyboards, everything. These guys tend to stick to the basics, organ, piano, keyboard type thing, and interwoven them. I personally think this is a great band. I'm really starting to love them. I just decided I didn't want to do a detailed breakdown of their first album. I may do more of this as I get used to this style of band. Anyways, that's the album that we did for this week, Greenslade's debut album. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want, you can make any comments about the album in the comment section below. And also, please hit the like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. And we'll be back next Monday with another look back at another classic album. So take care and goodbye.